Well, we're now into Isaiah 59. And this chapter, it kind of sums up the whole of the gospel. So we may spend some time working through this one. And today we're just going to do 2 verses. So let's read them. 59 verses 1 and 2. Surely the arm of the Lord is not too short to save, nor his ear too dull to hear. But your iniquities have separated you from your God. Your sins have hidden his face from you so that he will not hear. Now, at the time of Isaiah, Judah was in danger of attack from Assyria. And then in the sort of stuff the second half of Isaiah is mostly aimed at is the time when they're ahead, many years ahead, when they would be in captivity in Babylon. So Jerusalem had been destroyed, the temple had been destroyed, and the people were in captivity. And it seemed as though they couldn't be rescued. Nothing could happen. No doubt they called out to God, but nothing happened. And I guess all of us have been in the situation where we cry out to God, and nothing seems to happen. Well, let's look at the first verse. Surely the arm of the Lord is not too short to save, nor his ear too dull to hear. There is no situation we ever find ourselves in which the Lord is not able to save us. And he is perfectly able to hear us. You may remember that when God met Moses in the burning bush, he said, I have heard the cry of my people. That was his people who at that time were in slavery in Egypt. So the problem is never that God is unable to save us, or God is unable to hear us. That is never the problem. We then, verse 2, get the problem. But your iniquities have separated you from your God. Your sins have hidden his face from you, so that he will not hear. This was Israel's problem. They had sinned against God, not just once, but time after time after time, despite warning after warning after warning. This is the problem. This is the problem with our society. Sin is our biggest problem. If we ever think it is anything else, then we are badly mistaken. Now, the good news is that God has resolved the problem. And as we work through this chapter, we will see the solution. But this is the problem, and we need to know what the problem is. And if we try and if we think the problem is something else, hey, something you need to be very, very, very careful of is if we think our problem is somebody else's sin, then we are in grave danger. Our first concern should always be our own sin. Put that right. And then there is room for a solution.